Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Benedict here again from Yogging and Company Associates, and today I want us to see how we can use a scroll as a visual. And when I talk about a scroll, I mean the normal ribbon you always see when you're watching your news and your screen. It could be maybe the number of shares and the company, or rather the name of the company that's selling shares, the number of shares sold within a given day, and then maybe it could just be a text advertising something, or maybe some numerical values showing giving data on a particular thing. That's what I mean when I talk about scroller. So we want to see how we can apply that in Power BI, and then by default scroller is not within our visualization, so we need to get it from Power BI App Store. And to get it from Power BI App Store, we need to click on these three dots, and then we click more visuals. Okay, my computer is a bit slow. Then after clicking on get more visuals, it will take us to Power BI App Store. And then within the Power BI App Store, we can search scroller. Then we'll add. Then the visual was successfully imported into this report. So I'll click OK. So here you can see the icon for scroller. And then before we make any visual for scroller, let me just try to do another visual with the matrix. I want to make a visual for simple income statement from our actuals table. So we'll click on this matrix. Then I will drag category and drop under rows. And then I will drag values, drop under values. And then I will also drag branch name and drop under column. And then let me try to increase the font size of the values. So I'll click on this format button, and I will scroll down to values. Then I need the font size to be, the text size of the font size to be 12. And then I also want the row headers and column headers to have a text size of 12. Okay. And let me just try to create a border on my visual, just to make it a bit more neat. Then I will change the subtotal then total to net income. So again I will go to subtotals, then I'll change this one to net income. Then now let's try to do our scroller, rather create a visual for scroller. So I will click on this scroll icon. Then I want to drag branch and drop under category, and then I will rather drag value and drop under measure absolute. And then from here now you can see we have a scroller with the value scrolling within the visual from right to left. So normally we'll use a scroller when you want to, maybe you are doing a presentation and you want the key figures or the key items, rather, let me just call it the KPIs to be shown in advance. So you'll be explaining, you'll be representing and explaining, while you can also see the values, the key items scrolling from left to right, showing the values. Like now here we have net income scrolling from, rather, net income for company A, B, C, and D, scrolling from left to right, or rather from right to left. Again, you can also format your scroller, and then when you want your scroller to have to show you whether the values are negative or positive, you can also do a scroller in that version. So what you need to do here, instead of dropping the numerical field under the measure absolute, we'll drag and drop the numerical field under measure deviation. So instead of putting value here, I will drag it and drop it under measure deviation. Then from here now you can see we have an arrow here, a green arrow pointing up, meaning that the value is positive. So when it points down, the value is negative and it will be red. Like now here we have company C with the negative value of 327,497. So again, you can always format your scroller. So let me just try to do a different scroller so that you can see how we can format our scroller. So again, I will click on this icon for scroller. And then let me try drag. We'll drag date and drop under category. And date here, I want my date in terms of years. So I'll use date hierarchy. And then I will drag value and drop under measure deviation. Then here we can see now 2017, 2018. Now we have positive values. And then now let's try to format our scroller. So I will click on this formatting button. Then I will expand on scroller option. Then I want auto size font. And with the auto size font, you can see now we have rather the bigger the size of the scrollers are visual, the bigger the font size of the values that are scrolling within that visual. So again, we can also change the background of our scroller. Let me use a different background color. Let me try this magenta color. And again, we can also change the text color. I want to try dark blue. And then you can also increase the speed of the scroller when you think that it's not it's very slow. So let me just try to do 1.7 or 1.8. And when I do 1.8, you can see now the speed of the scroll has increased. So there are quite a number of options you can always choose from this format button to make you change, or rather make you change the features of your scroller, or rather your visual. So again, you can do a title, you can do background here, and the background here is just the surrounding environment of the scrolling ribbons. Like now, if I expand on background, here I will I'll choose the color to be, let me take black color. Now you can see the background color of the scrolling ribbon is black. Then you can also change it to a different color. Let me choose this pinkish color. And then you can also reduce the increase or reduce the transparency. Okay. So this is how to work with the scroller, and I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you understood. So let's meet again on the next video.